What are the hottest opportunities for 2024? I think what I'm about to talk to you about and tell you will potentially shock you. And in all my years marketing online, which I hate to admit, it's been decades, these opportunities here right now will never be better, particularly if you're brand new and you're looking to make your first dollar online. So get ready, get prepared to make it rain on your ass like you're a, you know what. So if you're fired up like I'm fired up, let's do this. All right, so I'm going to jump into my desktop in a minute, but the whole purpose of this video is to kind of give you guys an idea of what is going to be hot in 2024 and how you should be preparing in order to get something going, right? So some of you might be brand new and be wondering, what can I do with my time and how can I start a business? Let me tell you, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. And I know people are running around like, oh, there's a recession. Holy shit, what are we going to do? I'm telling you guys, there's so much money out there to just grab that it's unreal. All sorts of people are out there looking for business opportunities and what to do, and everything is right in front of you. So I'm gonna explain the route that I would take if it was brand spanking new and I had to figure out something to do. The biggest and most important bandwagon I would jump on right this very moment. If you're brand new and have not made any money whatsoever, the easiest way to make money, period.com. And I've talked about this the entire year, except I've been talking about a different platform. There is a brand new, and I don't want to say brand new, it's existed for quite some time, but there's a piece that they've added to that platform to make it just absolutely outrageous. It is the stupidest money that I've ever made. It is the stupidest money that I've ever seen, been allowed to be made, and it is none other than TikTok. Now, you might be wondering like, oh, okay, wait, we've heard this shit before, Liz. What part of TikTok is it? It is none other than TikTok Shop. Now, let me kind of explain TikTok Shop because I was explaining it to somebody the other day ago and they basically asked me a very good question, which is like, well, what's your shop URL? Can I look at your shop? And the reality is like, no, you really can't. What they've done is basically created a platform to be able to take a market share from Amazon. So imagine we could take a time machine and travel back in time 10 years ago and start all over again and be able to take a shot at doing Amazon FBA. Think about how much money you would have made if you would have known all the things that would have worked on Amazon FBA and had you jumped on that bandwagon 10 years ago. A shit ton of money, right? So TikTok Shop is exactly that 10 years ago. However, there's one important factor that makes it very different. It's on effing steroids, people. It's on mother effing steroids, which basically means on your first day, you have the ability to make $200. On your second day, I've seen people on their third day make $500, and these are creators. So there's two angles that you can wing this. I talked about this in another video, and I'm not gonna really jump too deep into it, but remember, you can approach this from a creator perspective or from a brand perspective. Now, keep in mind, creators doing $200 a day, $500 a day in their first week. Brands are doing $1 million a week on their first week. So let that kind of, go in your head a little bit and realize that you're missing out on this incredible boat. Like, think about if you could have gotten into crypto when it started. This is the same crap all over again. So if you're not on the internet making any sort of money, all you want to do is take the same play that I've discussed with Amazon Influencer, but take that on over into TikTok. Now, there's tools that I'll be discussing that you can use in order to do that. If you haven't already done so, I would check out the last video I did. I'm about to just start going ham on making these videos and making a lot more content for how you can get started, how you can find the right products, and how you can, most importantly, get paid. Make it rain on your own ass and start making some money, right? This is the way to go. If I had to start all over again, I would start with TikTok Shop. So first things first, get yourself an account. So I talked a little bit about it on my last video, and on the next video or so, I will kind of come up with the foolproof guide that I've learned how to get a TikTok shop, even if you got no followers whatsoever. So I'm experimenting with some accounts, and I'll bring that to you guys shortly. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean give up your dreams on Amazon Influencer. I would still supplement. A good buddy of mine just told me that Amazon Influencer Canada opened up. So if you're on USA, step two and number two thing you should do, get on Canada, because pretty soon they're more than likely going to open up UK. So what does this mean? Well, if you're not on Canada already, you can take all the videos that you created in USA, put them in Canada, and guess what? Boom, instant money. So you can thank me later for that, but get into Amazon Influencer Canada if you're on USA. And if you're not on USA, well, get on USA, because now you've got two platforms, USA and Canada, to duplicate your videos on. And now you got two revenue streams to passive income revenue streams. So that's terrific there too. Now, the part that we haven't even talked about that's the sexiest thing of all on TikTok Shop, which I'm not going to get into in this video, is being able to become your own brand and private label things just like we did on Amazon 10 years ago. That's an entirely different topic that could take hours and hours of discussion, even days. So we're going to skip that. But there is also something else that becomes infinitely valuable with the availability of all these creators and being able to reach out to them and make friends. You can start your very own TikTok agency on several different levels. This is just, it's just pure insanity. And the way that I'm thinking about this, you could either do it again from a creator perspective or getting creators to do things for brands, or you could do it on another perspective, which is managing talent, right? Or helping creators make their TikTok much better, their overall online presence much better. There's so many different ways that you can wing this, but TikTok agency will be something that is very hot. So that's another aspect of TikTok that if you haven't already gotten something going, you definitely want to look into that. Now, one more thing with TikTok, because I'm all about TikTok, and then I'll mention two other bonus ones, is TikTok is soon to launch their own publishing platform, which again is going to look at taking a piece of Amazon's market share with Amazon's platform. And we all know that the hashtag book talk is all the rage. Well, now they're doing a publishing platform and they'll be launching books from TikTok itself. So if you're not already in the publishing niche or have not already created a book for yourself, this gives you the opportunity to either write your own book or again, represent people that have written books and be able to provide them with an army of UGC creators, which if you don't know what that means, it's user generated content. It's nothing different than the old, hey, even a chimpanzee with a smartphone could make one of these videos. The chimpanzee just made user generated content, or UGC as it's usually called out there. That's the lingo of UGC world. So if you're not on TikTok, I highly recommend that is where you want to jump on. It's where everything is happening. They're making all the big moves. And again, they are going to try and take a market share of Amazon. So if you just understand that tiny little fundamental fact, you are setting yourself up for big money yourself, because obviously it pays very handsomely, as I've talked about the numbers that brand new UGC creators are making on TikTok Shop. Okay, so two last things I want you to think about, and actually just one last thing because it has multiple facets, and I'm gonna use a tool here to show you what I mean. But this is a tool that I like to use called Exploding Topics. You might think like, Liz, where do you come up with these ideas? Like, you must be a genius. No, I just know where to look. So this here, I'm on this thing called Exploding Topics, and it tells me all the hottest keywords. As like, some people will ask, well, why do you know those are hot? Well, because they scroll and they look through keyword data all over the internet, and then they put it together and they figure out what's hot out there. So the two things that I like to look at is both this meta trends as well as this trending products. So meta trends will kind of tell you what's trending, and look, like social media first jewelry, you can actually click into that and find out what more or less does it mean. We've seen the Mossgate ring be hot, the non-tarnished jewelry, the pyrite bracelet, the waterproof jewelry, and so forth. And you can kind of like view through that and look what else is hot. But these are all other things. You'll notice AI enhanced learning is super hot, as well as in technology, you'll see everything there. And wellness, because wellness is always like it's an evergreen niche. But then you can also see down here in AI transcription, blog post to video, presentation makers, assisted coding, enhanced learning, which we saw was hot up there. So I could literally just click into that and figure out what is hot inside of AI enhanced learning, and then potentially come up with a product idea, either informational and or a real like product, a physical product. Mindgrass, AI note-taking, whiteboard.ai, that sounds interesting. Think AI, Janal AI, whatever that is, micro-learning, Quiz Gecko. So I could start looking into all this and figure out like, how can I come up with something for this since I know that it's hot? So that's the topic of AI, and that is the that was, I think, the meta trend. So if we go to trending products, same thing with trending products, it'll look in a certain category. So we'll see categories right here. We can look at pretty much anything. We can look at e-commerce, we can look at technology, travel, health, gaming, beauty, design, fitness, science, home health, e-commerce. Let's just take a look at e-commerce. AirTag collar, it shows you like all the hottest products. So if you're looking for hot products to maybe private label and put on TikTok Shop, this is a great thing to do as well. And then finally, it looks at the trend database. So trend database will break it down according to the different trends. So I could literally just click in here into business. And then depending on what I want to find out about business, like what's hot in, let's say marketing, because technically me talking on this is like marketing, but we've got go to high level, which is go high level. That's one of the competitors for ClickFunnels, which makes like business funnels and it has like a lot of other things. Also an AI writing tool, but we can also learn, like if we're looking to do something in something informational. The faceless YouTube channel is all the rage right now. Look at that growth, 99,000 at plus growth. Clips.ai. We've got a video summarizer, which comes in handy, and more AI writing. So anything with AI writing is working. AI story generator. System.io, which is another competitor to ClickFunnels. All sorts of things, logo generators for AI, VDAI, AI presentation maker, text generator. So you can get all sorts of ideas. So if you're not already in AI, it would be also valuable to create some sort of agency to help businesses get into AI and or create and help them either make their whole funnel better with AI or their whole business processes in-house so that they don't have to have as many employees. There's just a lot of different ways you can wing it. Finally, a very good friend of mine, one of my business partners, does auto blogging all through AI, never has to write a single blog, does it in minutes, and he makes upwards, like in one single sale, he did $18,000 off of this auto blog that he created, and he continues to make sales with that blog every single day. So we might get into teaching some of that on this YouTube channel. Again, all the things that I've talked about here are things that I've been executing towards the last part of this year. I've done things with the whole UGC creation, the TikTok shop, the influencer, as you guys already know. I've got a TikTok agency. I've run some of the biggest influencers on the planet through that, all thanks to the things I learned about OnlyFans. Like, thank you, OnlyFans. You did something good in my life. And then the book platform, I will be launching a couple people's books on that platform, as well as the AI. I've sold an AI product, and I'm going to get into this auto blogging just to show you guys, as well as a lot of the other auto blogging things. So again, all things that I do, all things that I approve, and that I say in all the years that I've done marketing, this year brings some of the hottest opportunities. If you're not already doing things, I would definitely recommend UGC creation. Do it for yourself. So again, hopefully this brings you some great ideas. Questions and comments go below. I always personally answer those, and I'll see you guys next time.